Charlotte King is the founder and leader of the Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice. Ms. King was born in New York City. She studied at St. John's College in Annapolis and earned her MSW at Fordham University School of Social Work. She worked in social service in the Maryland and Washington, D.C. area for many years, serving directly and in management and various public welfare programs and welfare-to-work training programs.
On a Monday, I retired, moved down here on a Tuesday, and discovered that my whole identity was defined by my job. And so I was utterly depressed, so I ran quickly to the nearest mental health agency to apply for a job, and recognized I really wasn't ready to retire. I was ready to move out of the Washington-Baltimore corridor, which is where I commuted all the time.
While serving as the president of the League of Voters of Delaware, Ms. King established the Southern Delaware Alliance. She did so to confront systemic racism and to change the public narrative through educational and informational programs.
And of course, the more connections I made and the more I realized, God, I was as ignorant as everybody else. I was as ignorant as some of those students until I reached this ripe old age of I won't tell you what. It made me angry at myself, but made me also understand that if I'm ignorant from a lack of knowledge, then maybe that's why those, the oppressors, are ignorant, because they have a lack of knowledge. And so the mission of the Alliance is to educate for racial justice.
I've noted her character, especially when working with troubled young people. I noticed that she's very compassionate toward them. She displays empathy, but yet doesn't give in to sentimentality, and instead directs and guides.
Well, she's my superhero and my mentor and my role model. She has a background in social services, so she really understands issues that people have in their own lives, and she's empathetic, but also not overly sympathetic, but understanding.
I had started this reading, and I had started to get involved with agencies like Criminal Justice Council, and recognized there were real issues here in Delaware, and decided, well, my gift to the League in leaving, because you can only be president for those 2 years, was to maybe to refocus them to looking at inequality. And since I was a Black woman, first Black president of the League of Women Voters, let's look at racial inequality. And so, along with the local League of Women Voters, I suggested that we start a process which would lead to the creation of SDARJ, and we did so.
She has hope that having cordial, productive conversations on race will create understanding, help better our social climate, and ultimately create social equity.
I think she's very deserving of the award. I know she feels humbled, but I think she should simply be honored by it because she's very deserving. And I'm so thrilled that you all have seen her worthy of it.
I can't imagine anybody that's better qualified for that award than Charlotte King. She's just very, very inspiring, and she's done a lot of really important work relating to criminal justice, and especially with children. She's been particularly active in getting expungement for juveniles, and trying to find them, first of all, the ones that need it, and then getting them to come in and go through all the rigmarole that you have to go through to get that to happen. And she's really focused on young people and the future.
Any possible way that you can reach people, we will use. And education, education is the great equalizer, as someone said. And it is the one thing after the Emancipation Proclamation that states wanted to hold back because they realized the power of knowledge. And so, whatever my final gift to the world is, I'm going to make sure that we use education to empower.